Good evening, everybody. We hope you are all doing great. As you all must be aware, CAT scorecards are out and admissions are around the corner. The registration forms for the course MBA Finance at Department of Financial Studies or DFS are out. The last date to register for the same is Saturday, that is the 8th of January 2022. Before that, we thought of resolving any queries you guys might be having regarding the admissions or the college in general. Firstly, we'll be providing you with more details about DFS, and afterwards we are open for questions. Next slide, please.
DFS was established in 1987 under the aegis of Delhi University. Earlier, it was known as MFC, Masters of Finance and Control. Needless to say, DFS is one of the finest institutes providing MBA in finance with great pedagogy. It has been regarded as one of the top 15 B schools for MBA finance by Inside IIM. Unlike most other institutes where you start with the general MBA first and then move towards a specialization, it starts to build a base in finance right from the start. It is one of the best ROI providing institutes of India with a minimal fee of approximately 16,000 INR. It has been ranked under AAA category as per Times ranking. We have a strong alumni base with myriad of eminent and distinguished alumni across the finance industry. Next slide, please.
The program involves inviting industry experts to share their work experiences with the students to introduce them to the different segments of the industry. These are interactive sessions where students get a chance to clear their apprehensions about the corporate world. Also, these experts are potential recruiters who can gauge the quality and aptitude of the students at the campus. Some of our guests include Nadeem Pirzada, AVP, Risk Management, Wells Fargo; Anant Menon, Vice President of Darashaw; Ankush Saxena, Director, Government Advisory of EY India; Anil Jaising, Senior Vice President, Moody's Investor Services. Next slide, please.
Department of Financial Studies is one of the academic institutions which was recently welcomed into CFA University Affiliation Program. An affiliated university signals to their students and to employers that their curriculum is closely tied to the practice of investment management and is helpful to students preparing for the CFA program. The affiliation is a signal to industry as well as potential students that MBA Finance program curriculum is closely linked with the professional practice, hence giving an edge to those who are sitting for CFA exams. As a result of this recognition, the students of MBA Finance program are entitled to scholarships for CFA program. Next slide, please.
This is the batch profile of 2020 to 2022 session. The gender ratio is 85:15 in favor of the males. 63% have an engineering background, 23% have commerce background, while the rest are from other backgrounds. The highest stipend offered was rupees 2,60,000, while the average stipend offered was rupees 59,500. Next slide, please.
This is the batch profile of 2023 batch. We have students from diverse backgrounds, including commerce, economics, science, and engineering. Commerce students comprising 55% of the pool, economics 5%, science 10%, and engineering 30%. There are 70% male students and 30% female students. 40% of the students have work experience. Average number of work experience is 17 months. Next slide, please.
AFCON, the student body of DFS, has 5 committees, namely Corporate Communications and Public Relations Committee, Alumni Committee, Corporate Relations and Placement Committee, Entrepreneurship and International Relations Committee, Organizing, Logistic and Convention Committee. This session, we have also started the Concult Club, wherein we have weekly case studies and sessions relating to the domain of financing and consulting. Next slide, please.
These are the office bearers of 2022 batch with AFCON President Sri Hari Chintamani and the rest of the cabinet. Next slide, please.
The MBA Financial Management program at DFS covers all the nuances of finance in great detail. The program has 4 semesters. First-year semesters have 7 subjects each, which lay a solid foundation of finance even for students from non-commerce backgrounds. The subjects cover the principles related to finance, economics, accounting, and quantitative techniques right from the basics in great detail. The second year focuses more on advanced financial subjects, which provide an edge to students in the corporate world. Next slide, please.
A plethora of options are provided in elective subjects that range from marketing, tax management, analytics, etc. These extend students' intellectual horizon and not just limit them to finance. This also develops a holistic mindset of the students pursuing this course and makes them industry ready to perform better than their peers from different B schools. Next slide, please.
We have a students' corner called Abhivyakti, wherein students come forward and put together various kinds of informative material like equity research reports, current financial news, and short videos covering basic financial terminologies. The blue ones on the screen are some pieces written by students, and the yellow ones are the reels providing information on bonds, amortization, and depreciation. You can go to our Instagram page and read for yourself. Next slide, please.
Last date of registration is 8th January, and these are the links of our social media accounts. You can now post your questions in the chat box. Uh, the first question is what is start cutoff for OBC NCL? So the first question is what is the cutoff for OBC NCL? So the cutoff is not declared yet, and it depends on the profile of the person.
We have another question. One of the questions is the GDPI process common for DBE and DFS? Last year, we did not have any process, GDPI process. It was directly based on the 10th and 12th marks and your CAT scores. This year, the college still hasn't decided. But even if they do have a GDPI, the process will be separate. There's no common. Your application is also separate. Everything is separate. There's one question. How is the college providing industrial exposure to the students because of COVID? As we mentioned, we have guest lectures wherein we invite prominent dignitaries from the financial world, people who are working in the industry currently in high profile positions, and they come and share the experiences with us, and that's how we get the exposure. All these lectures also happen in the weekends, and they're also on an online platform.
Yes, the topics that we have in our curriculum are focused on finance only, and there are no topics related to marketing. You can, of course, study on your own. The course mainly focuses on finances.
Every year, sectional cutoff changes depending upon the performance of applicants in CAT. However, last year it was 70 percentile for all the sections. What will be sectional cutoff this year has not yet been decided. Sectional cutoff is applicable only for general category. Formally, we do not define any overall cutoff. We prepare an index as per the criteria announced.
Ananya, actually, for the last 2 years, the college is online mode only. So we have actually not visited the campus as of now. But I'm sure that there will be some facilities. Definitely, we can definitely contact on it and talk about it later.
There's no such criteria for the CFA scholarship. We have a limited number of seats. So if students applying for them exceed the number of seats that we have, then we have a lucky draw. Otherwise, if it's less, then all of them get the CFA scholarship.
You can go for CFA program, so CFA Investment Foundation program or CFA Level 1, Mukul, or you can go for NISM certifications as well for summer placement. It will help a lot.
Answering to the question of Shubham, yes, there are some IT companies. Mostly they are focusing on analytics section. And if you want to further know about the top companies that are recruiting, I would advise you to please visit our college website, and you can find the placement brochure and the corporate brochure as well. You can get the relevant info from there.
Also, like I want to mention one point. One of you asked about the CFA scholarship. So, like if the number of students applied for CFA scholarship is more than the number of scholarships available, then depending upon your first sem or second sem total aggregate marks, the number of students who top the exam will be awarded the CFA scholarship accordingly. And other thing that somebody asked about the placements. So as Akash has already mentioned, that you can visit our website and get all the information. The other thing that I want to point out, we just wanted to give a glimpse. So we have big three from the big four. If if you guys know about big four, so the big three recruit from our campus, and there are various prominent names from our campus. So definitely placement wise, it is a very good college. Like you already know that it's come under top 15 finance institute according to Inside IM. So that's it.
One of the questions that I saw in the chat box above was what regarding the highest CAT percentile. According to the last 2 years, our highest percentile is actually 99.5 plus.
No, Rajnikant, not everybody is called for PI, and the category cutoff is not declared. It depends upon the candidate pool.
No, Mukul, you won't be facing any of the issue. We have students from diverse background, and the studies that we are having here, they start from the very basics. The professors are really good. So you won't be facing any problems in understanding the concepts of finance.
So it's not about like the reputation of our college. I don't think that stating the lowest CAT percentile will anyway hamper it. It's just like every year it depends. So depending upon the pool of candidates, we can't predict like that. So that's it, why we are not explicitly stating that. So you can apply it, and definitely if you have good profile, then definitely you got shortlisted. So campus life at DFS. So guys, we are unfortunate batch. We haven't visited to campus yet, since in our time, like the seniors as well as juniors, the COVID has taken over. So we have not that campus life, but yeah, what we get from our seniors, the DFS campus life would be amazing. So hope for the best for you guys.
Classes are from 10 to 5 p.m.
Somebody asked about the placement. Can you repeat the question, Akash? What's the question?
He's asking if low CAT percentile, does it matter?
No, guys. No, actually, once you get into the college, every student will be safe, whether he scored 99.78 or he scored 97. So all will be on similar footing, and that depends upon how you perform in the placements. So that doesn't hamper anyway, and nobody asks about your CAT percentile. It's just like for the admission process only that matters. Dhananjay, 100% placement, can you get this from even single IIM? Like if this explicitly state that they have 100% placements, nobody claims that, but yeah, we have very good placements, and definitely our placements are comparable with new IIMs, and we have very good position. As you can see that our piece is very, very low compared to new IIMs, and we definitely have very good recruiters. So, and also 100% placement, yeah, we are able to achieve some, as you already know that because of COVID, the situation was here and there, but all the previous years, we have a great history of achieving 100% placement, and hopefully we are very close to achieving this year as well. So placement wise, I don't think that if you guys even focus a little bit, like I am the joint secretary, so I know that if you guys focus a little bit on academics and groom yourself, definitely placement will not be an issue in DFS, 100%.
Priyansh, everything is online right now.
No, CFA is not mandatory thing, but since our course is actually aligned to CFA, so most of the student pursue it. So that's only the reason. Also, that if the student is coming from some different background like engineering, getting acquaintance with finance, CFA helps a lot. So definitely it's worth a try, and that's the reason most of the student opted. But it's not mandatory even for admission or even for the placement process. It's not a mandatory thing. Somebody has asked about the rigorous curriculum. Yeah, definitely the course curriculum is vast, but definitely you get the time for other examinations like CFA and FRM. Most of our alums have been CFA holders and FRM holders. So definitely, as compared to new IIMs, I will say definitely you will get a good amount of time for your self-study and appearing in these examinations. So I think that wise we are pretty good. And how the class is going on online scenario, just like what other IIMs and other B school students are going through, we are also on the same front. Like that's not a different. Should I start CFA before GDPR after getting into the college? That's up to you. I will say that having some good knowledge of CFA before the GDPI will help, because since we are much more focused on finance, so definitely if there will be a personal interview, the interviewers will definitely want to have that at least you have some inclination toward finance, at least you know some basic terminologies. So starting early for CFA, I don't think that will do a harm. So you can pretty good to go. Do IB and consulting firm come for placements? Yeah, definitely they come for placements, and they offer not only IB and consulting. We have various roles in finance. You just name it. Even we have some good finance roles which are not even offered in new IIMs. So that for that you have to look into our placement recruiters, and there will be completely new after some months. Definitely new recruiters would be added, and the current list on our website is the old one. This year we have added quite handsome number of new recruiters, so you will see it in coming months. So IB Consulting PI, all firms visit for the placements. So preparing for GDPI, that's up to your choice. Like how could we like explicitly state? So if you are preparing for your own self, if you are pretty good with general awareness and everything, and you are confident that you can speak in group, then it's fine. And if you think that you are lacking somewhere, then you can take help from the institute also. That's not a problem. Yeah, Mukul, definitely the curriculum helps in the preparation of CFA. As you already know, CFA affiliated institute itself means that most of the curriculum is aligned to CFA preparation material. That's why we are getting scholarship and all these things. So if you're preparing for our curriculum, then definitely it helps in CFA, and vice versa. If you're preparing for CFA, that will help you in the college examinations as well. Any tips for GDPI? Definitely go for general awareness, have some understanding about the economy and some finance terminologies. That will be more than enough if you are coming from different background. Yeah, there may be possibility that GDPI process can be cancelled out, because as you know that our college is present in Delhi and you have to visit physically there to attend the process. And if the restrictions continue, there may be possibility that GDPI process will be cancelled. Ask about the stats. I think that is mentioned in the placement brochure that you guys have. So I don't think that we have to spend time on that. You can visit there, you can download the brochure, and also the 2021, we are very close to releasing this year's also placement stats. So definitely we'll see that also in some days. So that's fine, I think. So GDPI won't be online. Currently, for the past 2 years, like for our case as well as our juniors, the GDPI won't happen because we don't conduct it online. But you never know, if this year the professors believe that it's necessary to conduct GDPI, it may happen online also. Like as you guys know that under DU there are different colleges, FMS, DFS and other colleges. So if FMS is doing that, we can also do that. So it's not 100% sure. It can happen online also. So if you come from commerce background, then the guys actually we don't actually have the GDPI process. That's why we can't say explicitly that how much the panel will grill you. But definitely, if you are from commerce background, they expect that you know something basic terminologies. as well as I don't think that the interview will be that much I think difficult. If you guys know about the basic stuff, then you are good to go.
Gaurav, Himanshu and me both are from engineering background. So like if you have one of the courses in graduation which fetch you extra marks in the process, then the benchmark won't be relevant to you. Like our marks won't be relevant to you anymore.
Yeah, so our percentile will be like slightly on the higher side compared to what you will have, because from the commerce background you definitely get added points, and it depends on every year, like depending upon the pool of students. So, or also Prabhav. Yeah, so you have to mail it to admission office. We actually don't have involvement in this thing. So you have to contact admission office, or you can contact Aryan, or he will help you out.
You have a decent chance, Gaurav. You have a decent chance.
I have done marine engineering. Should I expect related marine engineering? What do you expect marine engineering? Like a question from marine engineering. Like, I don't think that professor going to ask you about the marine engineering. They will just like, guys, you are going into a niche finance course. You have to understand it. So whatever your background is, even in your SIP process and everything, you will not get leeway just because you come from engineering or any other background. You will all be compared on a similar footing. Definitely the professors will help you. Everything will be started from very basic. I can state from my personal example, I come from engineering background. I don't have even a single understanding of finance, but the professors have helped me out. And you have to hustle definitely, because if you come from different background, the commerce guys definitely have a advantage over you. But I think in the meantime, these all things will level out after first sem, because most of the courses that they have been taught in their graduation are covered under first sem. So after that, you all will be equal. So you don't need to worry about it. So it's pretty good. The college is very nice, and we definitely can assure you that there are some pros and cons of every college. We also have, but placement wise and other things, it's pretty great place to have. Yeah, so foreign students, we have actually tie up with ES Power and other colleges. Before COVID, our seniors used to visit their campuses, and their students come to visit our campus for 1 semester or 2 semester like that. But due to this COVID scenario, this is not happening from past 2 years. But still, we like juniors also have, and we also have 3-4 students from foreign universities studying with us.
One additional point to what Himanshu said, if you are from engineering background or a non-commerce background, as far as the interviews are concerned for the admission process, you should try to show how and why you are interested in finance field. You should come up with some answers in regarding to that, and you should definitely have some basic knowledge.
Yeah, so what are the job profiles like after placements? For that, I think you again need to visit the placement brochure, because there are so much variety that even I don't remember. Like you can name the top ones. We have profiles coming for strategy. We have coming for business analyst. We have coming for PE. We have coming for IA. We have coming for structured finance. You just name it in finance, whatever you want, we have it. Like for placement wise, profile wise, valuation, everything. So we definitely have pretty good in the placement wise, final placement wise, I can assure you, since I am the secretary, joint secretary. So you can also, for the more detail, you can visit the brochure also. Do we have to search for summer placement off campus? No, definitely the college will help you to get the summer placements, but I don't think that it's a harm for anyone to search off campus as well, because this is the thing that everyone follows, even the IIMs. So that's up to you. Like we definitely help you out. The college will definitely help you out. Is scholarship for CFL available to all students? No, the scholarship is not available to all. It's only available. There are there are I think 3 to 4 scholarship every year that is offered, and that depends upon the merit based scheme. Like those who top the exam after first semester, they will be given according to that. When will the latest placement brochure release, so that we can refer? So actually we almost like we had placed students like 99 95 98% students have been placed, and we are just waiting for one last student, and then we wanted to release 100% placement report, and that is we are releasing honestly, like we are not fudging anything. So that's why we are waiting for that only. Although specific to finance, or we can get into specialization marketing and analytics. Definitely you can get into analytics. There are some companies that are visiting for analytics as well. For marketing perspective, I don't say DFS is a bad choice, but DFS is much more focused on finance. So majorly you will get companies that are coming for finance profile, and you can understand that finance is very vast and different roles are there. So analytics, yes. Finance, yes. Marketing, I don't think that you can get that much of variety.
Mostly the JDPI process, you can expect it to happen around February end or March. Definitely, if it doesn't happen by then, you will definitely get a mail in relevant to that one. You will get information.
At 95%, there is chance of conversion for a BSc fresher. So guys, just we wanted to say you, like if we can predict also, like yeah, you have good chance, you have bad chance, that doesn't matter, because every year depending upon the pool of student, the criteria changes. So we can't assure you anything. So like definitely if you're coming from non-engineering background, definitely at 95 you have good chance, but that depends on pool of student. We can't say that right now. How similar is the curriculum of the college to CFA curriculum? 70%, I say 70%, 70-80%. You think economic honors, which is mentioned in extra weightage list, graduate with like 95%, jam waiting list with extra weightage, what is it, is equals to ER? Guys, like why do you have to apply so much of maths? Like simple as that. Like you can apply the college, if you got the call, like how could we say that 94 is equal to 96, 97?
It is not just the CAT percentile, it is also your academic scores that are being considered. So there are a lot of variables. So we cannot directly say confirmed information. We cannot give whether it is similar or not.
Correct. So yeah, Praveen has mentioned, like March and April, you will get the GDPI call mostly, or otherwise the department will definitely inform you about it if there is some delay. Does WorkX matter for GDPI selection? No, guys, we don't have any extra weightage for WorkX, as you have clearly seen from the selection criteria that is mentioned. So freshers as well as WorkX both have equal chance, and most of like 70-80% of from my batch are freshers, so that that doesn't hamper your chances. What are the certification to journalist and person while in other colleges and CFA? Yeah, as Kanika mentioned, FRM you can do, NSIM and other courses also there. Yeah, Mitu, I have answered it previously also, I think. CFA and SA to get into DFS. Can you share last year composite score for final conversion?
There is no such data with us, yeah, regarding the composite scores. It is never being released by the department or by the college.
What
But,
are the yeah, Akash, go on. Yeah, Akash.
Yeah, that's it.
So what are the pros and cons of having a small batch size? So I will definitely say from the placement perspective, the others can guide you according to them, other committees perspective. So the pros definitely will be like you get pretty good opportunity to have a very good job because the number of students are less, like 62, and you just can suppose that if from Big 4, Big 3 are coming into your campus for selection. This year that happened. So every year the recruiter changes. Like there are regular recruiters, but plus and minus always there. So your chances of conversion definitely increases. Moreover, in our case, the batches got placed very quickly, and the role that they get are, I think, very good if they are compared to if they are what will be in the new IM. So from the placement perspective, I think it is the biggest pro, and I think the cons can be subdued by this pro. And the cons will be like, as we have mentioned, that we have roles for analytics, we have role from finance background, like different variety, but marketing role we don't that much often we see. There are some 1 to 2 roles that can come, but mostly finance and this thing. So finance, analytics, if you are good to go, then DFS is a place. I think that's it. What would I start reading from today, sir, to have a good grip on basic finance related required field? Investopedia. One of you told that you come from commerce background, so you should have good knowledge of basic finance at least. What does finance syllabus look like? It's too much maths oriented, or how do I know I want to pursue core finance? That's something that you have to decide. Too much maths I won't say, but definitely since finance, numbers, calculations, so numbers will be involved, but that too maths, I don't think that it's too much maths. Also there are rules, some subjects based on strategy and something, so that's something you can master. GDPI will be online or offline? Offline, as Kanika has mentioned.
Dipanshu, as you said that, yes, we did convert some of the IIMs and we chose DFS. Like if you're taking ROI out of the question, then the only thing that people believe that the IIMs have is just a tag, just an IIM tag, let it be a new IIM or an old IIM. But we are of the view that after 2-3 years of your MBA, of your post-graduation, your work matters, your profile matters, your personality matters, not the name tag. Nobody will ask you from which college you have passed out. Of course, it will help you for building good alumni relations, which I'm pretty sure that you all must know that we have a great alumni base at DFS. So I don't think there is any disadvantage. In fact, it is an advantage only, the location one that we have the campus in Satyaniketan in South Delhi. So that is an added advantage to that.
Also adding to Akash point, guys, most of your in DFS, since we have high percentile and everything, definitely 99-95% of your batchmates will be those who left IIMs. We have students who have left even old IIMs for DFS. I'm not bragging about it, it's true. And we have, you can name for the new IIMs, we have so many of students who have left it. Definitely ROI is the biggest factor, since there you are paying 20 lakh for the similar low role that we are getting at DFS, and here you are paying just 24-25,000 odd rupees. And the other thing that, as Akash has told, the location is definitely one advantage, since if you get into IIM Kashipur or somewhere like IIM Bodh Gaya, I don't think that recruiters prefer to go there. So we are present in Delhi, also South Delhi, and definitely we have got tag of DU. As you already know that DU is a big tag. Small batch size, so individual attention. Professor knows you by your name. If the classes are offline, definitely you will be known by your name. And other things that you get extra time to pursue other things if you want, like extra examination or something. Other thing, as Akash pointed out, that if you feel that it's worth to pay that much amount for just a tag, and I don't think that tag, if somewhere if you feel tag matters, then definitely you can go there. But we can say that our alumni base is really great. Like various alums that we have are MD and CEO of Fortune 500 companies in India. So they are heading Indian division. So we have seen them. So we know that we are part of a prestigious institute that is founded by Mr. M.Y. Khan, and he is author of many renowned books. So definitely we are proud for what we are. So that's the reason we have choose DFS over other IIMs. Before college began, do course. Yeah, Aryan has answered it like perfectly. So you can guys, all the guys can do that. Basic accounting, financial modeling, stock market. As well as some certification courses to have edge in the interviews. Certification.
You can visit Corporate Finance Institute website. There are a number of free courses. You should definitely start from the scratch if you're from science background. You can start from the scratch, and that website has many courses. It will definitely help you out. And there are many students who are from Delhi University, but it's not just that. We have students who have done undergraduation from various other universities, not just the engineering, from commerce or economics, let's say even BScs, bachelors. We have students from many universities, not just Delhi University.
Guys, if we have 60 students, 62 students batch size, then the students are coming from all over the India. We have batchmate coming from Tamil Nadu, from Kerala, from Hyderabad, from everywhere, you just name it, Gujarat, everywhere. I am myself from Madhya Pradesh, Indore. So we have quite good mix of students, and it's not like that the students are from Delhi University. Yeah, we know that there are good number of students from DU, just because DU student know about DFS much better, and we are slightly, since you know that we are a government institute, we don't need to brag about it, and we don't need to like broadcast us as much as other colleges does. So our visibility wise is slightly lacking, but definitely we are one of the institute that student would love to come for admission. So this is it, and classes will be offline, online. Yeah, just as Kanika mentioned, we are the seniors, and the seniors are studying from online from last 1.5 years, and we are not sure about it. Definitely, the guys, you need to understand one thing, that we are the part of the DU umbrella. So DU, as you can know, there are various courses. Not only we are here, there are other colleges, St. Stephen's and others, Hindu and everybody. So they are also online. So the DU have to take decision on thinking about all the other students. So when classes, when the DU officially open, the cases go down, definitely they will decide to go. Yeah, just like we were planning for offline for the second semester, but as you know, Omicron come into picture, and as of now the situation is on hold, so we can't be 100% sure. How many of fellow students have their undergrad from Delhi University? We don't have stat about that, like that is a stat that I don't think that is of any use to us, so we have not calculated or have ready with us.
Sanya, the cutoffs won't be eliminated, but it can vary according to the pool of candidates.
Sectional cutoff will need, as Kanika has already answered, and also I think that sectional cutoff is for general category students only, I think.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is only for general category.
Yeah, so for others, there is no sectional cutoff thing.
So with last year it was 70, but we don't know what will it be for this year.
I'm sorry, Arjun, this meet is just regarding to DFS, not DB or DSE.
If you guys have any other questions, please post it on the chat group. Otherwise, we'll be winding up the session by a maximum 7 o'clock. So if any question has not been answered, please post it again and we'll try and take it.
Rajnikant, there is no such data that we have with us. We cannot help you in that regard, but definitely you can contact us on LinkedIn. Like there are several pages, and you can even get contacts from one of the guys here, and then you can talk to them. We'll definitely try to see what can be done. Yes, Gaurav, DFS has a hostel. The hostel facilities come under Delhi University actually. So the DFS students stay along with the other DU students as well. There is no proper dedicated hostel for DFS students. It's actually about your interest. Once you have made your mind that you are going to go for MBA, then you definitely should have a vision where you want to see yourself in next 5 to 10 years. So if you come up with an idea that yes, finance is one of your interests, then definitely you should take up. Overall cutoff general category, it is not being released by the department, but if you are talking about, I'm not sure if you are a general engineering candidate, then definitely I can help based on my own data. I cannot, we don't have any such hard and proof data.
Me too, you can mail the department regarding this.
Kanika, can you repeat? You are not audible, I think.
And me too, you can mail the department regarding the issue.
Yeah. This is actually comes under department. We don't have any look into this. What about general guys? This question, I think you can look into the previous. There is Pagal Guy group as well, and other data also available about the general non-engineer female, because specifically having that data we don't keep it, so it's pretty difficult for us to explicitly state that, because it depends also on other stream from your background, like your undergraduation 10 12 marks and everything. Guys, if everything is sorted out, then I think we can wind up the meeting. Yeah, Aryan has mentioned, so you guys can do that. Just kindly keep a note of this message. So we'll try to resolve your queries as maximum as possible. So thank you guys, and definitely DFS is worth a shot. You guys can try it. Thank you.
So thank you everybody for taking part in this session. We'll be ending the meeting now, and we hope you are able to, and we hope that we'll be able to see you in our session next year when it starts. So